and we are going to start with a greeting called 1, 2, 3, 4. And in greetings, the goal is to show how excited we are that you're all here, okay? And use each person's name. So hopefully with our blog, you've been learning different people's names. Good morning, Jackson. We're glad you're here. Well, that's not who I want to rename. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to sing it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, come on. And then we're going to use one of our classmates' names. So I would say Miss Atwood, right? Come on, Miss Atwood, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Okay, so even though you're muted, you can still sing along with us, but I want you to be listening for your name, because when we get to your name and we say, come on, Johnny, hit the floor, Johnny's job is going to be to stand up and give us his best dance moves until we say, hip, hip, hooray. And when we get to that part, then he's going to sit back down because we're going to move on to somebody else. And here is our friend Ellison. Good morning, Ellison. And who else? Someone else is. Zakoria's popping on. Good morning, Allison. Good morning, Zakoria. I am so glad all my friends are here. Zakoria. Rename. All right. So Zakoria, what we were just telling our friends is we are going to be doing the 1, 2, 3, 4 greeting this morning. And that's one that we did in our classroom last year. So again, you're all muted, so I can't hear you, but if you want to sing along with us, we're going to do it for me, and then we're going to do it for Miss Atwood so that you can see what it sounds like and what you should do, and then we're going to start with you so you can be listening with your name. So start with Mrs. Peterson. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Mrs. Peterson, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Miss Atwood, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Now it's going to be your turn. So listen for your name. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Rakaya, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Rakaya, I need to see some dance moves. Where are your moves, girl?
Don't act shy. I know you can dance.
Can you just give us a wave like this? There you go. Beautiful. All right, moving on to our next friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Johnny, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Let's see some dance moves from Johnny.
Nobody's in the mood to dance today?
Well, I think he's frozen. He is probably
he
dancing for us, and I'm sure those moves look awesome. But he's kind of stuck for us.
There. Yes.
There he is. Awesome. Thanks for dancing for us, Johnny. Look at Theo. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Theo, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray.
He's frozen.
He's got some dance moves. Look at that, Miss Verna.
There you go.
Good job, Theo. All right, next friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Jackson, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Jackson, do you have some dance moves for us? He's going to wave. Awesome. All right, next friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Zakoria, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Awesome. She's got a little wiggle going on. Got some more moves for us, Zakoria?
There you go.
Woo! Good job. All right, next friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Ellison, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray.
All right, Smoothie. All right.
Oh, I like the wiggles.
There you go.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, it's time for our last friend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Jameson, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hip, hip, hooray. Oh, did you see those?
Go ahead.
That was so good, so good. I am proud of you guys this morning. Hopefully that woke you up just a little bit, because now it's time for our Pledge of Allegiance. So you guys yesterday did a fabulous fabulous job recording your voices with the pledge. I know some of those words are very tricky, but Miss Atwood and I were super impressed with how you did that. So let's do it as a whole class today. Ready? Put your hand over your heart. If you want to stand up, you can do that. You're going to look at the flag and you're going to say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job.
Nice. Now, please be still during this time so that I don't get dizzy. If you're not being still right now, I'm gonna fall off my chair, basically, is what's gonna happen. So I need you to just, because it's time for our chime time. And I know chime time is all about being still. So yesterday, we read this to you, and I kind of want to hear from you. I'm gonna read it again, and then I'm gonna ask you afterwards what you pictured in your brain, because it says close your eyes and listen to the chime. Breathe deeply while listening. Visualize your day. How do you want it to look? Paint a picture in your mind. So we're going to do our chime time, and then I'm going to call on 3 friends to tell me what they saw in their mind. Okay, so get ready for your chime time by sitting up nice and straight. Okay, by closing your eyes, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and listening for the sound of the chime. It's going to happen 2 times. Ready? You can slowly open your eyes when you can't hear the chime anymore. Awesome. All right, so the first friend I want to hear from is my friend Zakoria. Zakoria, can you unmute and tell us kind of how you pictured your day in your mind? Ooh, are you going to read some books today? Oh, that's awesome, because that's exactly what great readers do. And Miss Atwood and I are working super hard on your book baggies. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. You'll either be able to come into school to pick up some books, or we'll drop them off in your house on Friday. So I'll give your families a choice on that one. But thanks for saying something about books, Zakoria. Great job. All right. How about my friend Johnny? Johnny, what did you picture in your mind for the day today?
Disney World without coronavirus.
Oh, so that's kind of where you went in your head. That's your happy place?
Yeah.
That does sound really nice, buddy. So as you're doing your work today, are you going to pretend you're doing it at Disney World?
Are you going to pretend you're doing your work at Disney World?
Okay. I think we'll try that too.
Yeah,
That does sound
good
really fun,
idea.
buddy. Thank you. All right, and let's hear from my friend Jackson. Jackson, what did you picture in your head today?
I picture, well, I like McDonald's because I eat McDonald's all the time.
So in your mind, when we were doing the chime, you had McDonald's in your brain? You are, every time you mention McDonald's, you're making me hungry. I hope you know that. I might have to get some French fries today since I didn't get them the other day. So we're going to have French fries at Disney World with books. Ooh, yes, please. Extra pickles for sure. All right, I love you all. I'm going to mute you again. Thank you for doing that with me. I am ready for a great day. A great day. There's Jackson. Mute. Mute. Ah. Okay. So, we are going to go back through our learning intention and our success criteria. You guys are rocking these things so far, and we're going to talk about the last one today. So, learning intention, I will become a distance learner. Yesterday we talked about our thumbometer. I want you to use that right now on the screen for me. How are you feeling today about being a distance learner? Theo, I want to make sure I see your thumb, buddy. Where is it? How are you feeling? I think I'm here today. We are going to have a super awesome rock star day. Really proud of you guys. Jameson, I want to see your thermometer. How are you feeling about distance learning, bud? Cool. Awesome. All right. So in order to become a distance learner, we need to follow my daily schedule, create a learning space, and complete quality work on time. This is the one I really want to focus on today, since you guys are already doing such a nice job with our other two. So when I hear that, quality work on time, I kind of feel like it has two parts to it. Quality work and on time. So let's start with that on time part. Do you know what it means to do something on time? Raise your hand so that I can call on you if you want to answer that question. What does it mean to do something on time? How about my friend Ellison? He's doing a great job of raising his hand. Ellison, what does it mean to do something on time?
It means to do it at the right time.
Yeah, like when you're supposed to, right? Like right in that moment, get there when the clock says you should get it done on time. So our schedule for the day kind of helps us know what on time means, right? Whether it should be done in the morning or when it should be done in the afternoon, or even that it just gets done that day, okay? Some of our friends are doing a great job with their work, but they're doing it so much later than when we assigned it that they get behind. So give me a pinky promise. Hold your pinky up for me and say, I pinky promise to do my work on time.
There we go.
Great, because that's going to help Miss Atwood and I keep going with our lessons and be able to get stuff together for you, like the books or the bag activity. When you do your work on time, it helps us stay on track with our schedule too. So let's go back to this idea of quality. Miss Atwood, what is quality? What does that mean?
Quality work means don't rush through it, think about it, and do it neatly.
And following all the steps that we asked you to
Yeah.
do, not like missing different
Missing
parts.
stuff, yeah.
So here's how I want you to show me about quality work. On your iPad right now, you're going to hit the black home button and open Seesaw. So don't leave Zoom, don't leave the meeting, don't do anything like that. I just want you to hit the home button and open Seesaw like you normally would. That's going to be your first step. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay? Awesome. I can tell when you're doing it because your name comes up instead of your picture. So you're doing a great job. Okay? Once you're in Seesaw, I want you to scroll through the journal section, because the journal section is going to show you all the different work that you've sent to me already. Okay? Not videos of Mrs. Peterson or Miss Atwood. I want you to look at your work, and I want you to decide which thing that you've sent to Mrs. Peterson is quality. What's your best piece of work? And then I want you to use the heart button, okay, next to just that piece of work. So look through what you've done so far and decide which one did you try your best? Did you follow all the steps? You feel like it's quality. And I want you to hit the heart button, and then you can come back into Zoom. That's your job right now. I want you to just nod your head if you think you can do quality work on time. Work that's your best, work that follows directions. I know you can. Because even if you feel like it's your best and you worked hard, sometimes Mrs. Peterson or Miss Atwood might send it back to you with some kind of comment to make it even better. Okay? So don't feel bad if you get something sent back to you, because what we're trying to do is help you grow.
Right.
We want you to see what you think is your best work, and then we want to take it a step further and make your brain even stronger sometimes. Okay? So, my next slide shows our schedule, and I want you to see if you can figure out, I'm going to try and get this to show my schedule a little bit better. There we go. Can you figure out what's new in our schedule today? If you look at where the stars are, raise your hand if you know what's new. Jackson. Jackson knows. What's new in our schedule, Jackson?
What's new?
I just got my new bed.
No, not what's new in Steve. Remember, it's Letterland.
It's Letterland.
It's Letterland! Yes, today is going to be our first day of Letterland. You got it. So you'll see that we have morning meeting, we have reading as a whole group, and then we jump down to Letterland. We're not going to have a separate Sanford Harmony lesson today because we're doing all of our Sanford Harmony stuff together in morning meeting right now. So you guys are doing an awesome job, and I'm excited to show you Letterland. So here's our last slide for the morning. It says, Good morning, great writers. I love how you used a pencil and paper yesterday to write something. We're going to make sure that we keep doing that so all of our work isn't on the iPad, because we do need to keep using a pencil and paper to be those great writers. So kiss your brain if you did that job well yesterday. Nice. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. We will keep talking about good readers with our friends in Library Mouse. Give me a little heart if you liked reading Library Mouse yesterday with us. Good job. So we're going to go back to Sam. We're going to go back. What was the other mouse's name? Sarah? Sarah. Miss Atwood was being a good listener. I'm proud of you, Miss Atwood. So we're going to read about Sam and Sarah some more today and see what they do in the library. We will also have our first Letterland lesson. And I'm not going to tell you which Letterlanders you're going to meet today. That's going to be a surprise. Keep commenting on the blog. So yesterday, we added 3 more friends to our blog section of Seesaw. So just a reminder, there's that over here. It's this world button on your green bar. You've got journal, activities, inbox. You want to be over here on the blog. Okay? Did that go? So we are going to have 3 more friends share today because we heard from Ellison yesterday, and we heard from our friend Jameson yesterday. He put 3 separate ones up there, so you had some fun things to comment on. And we heard from our friend Theo yesterday. So we want to hear from 3 new people, but your job is to keep commenting if you haven't done that yet. Actually, under activities. If you haven't done that yet for those 3 friends. So, let's find who's done the bag activity now. Woo. There it is. All right. So, I need to hear from Zakoria, Rion, Olivia, and Serenity. And only one of those friends is here. So, Zakoria, are you okay if we watch yours up here? Awesome. I'm going to unmute you, Sweet Pea. Can you pull down for me? Thank you. So, Zakoria, do you want to just tell us about your 3 things, or do you want us to play the video? Okay. Let's make sure we're turned up nice and loud. Can you drag that up?
So I like my unicorn book bag because I like unicorns and they're so pretty and I like it because it's glittery. And then I like my little toy because one of my friends gave me that. And then I like my Minnie Mouse hat because I went to Disney World 2 times and I could save it for next time I go. So, good. See ya.
That was really awesome, Zakoria. Thank you for sharing those 3 things with us. So we're going to go ahead and press this button, which means Mrs. Peterson is putting yours up on the blog. So if you come over here, your friends should be able to comment on that for you right there. All right? So that's going to be the only new one today because we don't have our friend Rion, we don't have Olivia, and we don't have Serenity with us. So hopefully tomorrow when we go live, they'll be able to join us. And if not, then we'll just go ahead and publish those ones so you can comment on them even though they weren't here to share them with us. So, do you guys have anything that you want to tell Miss Atwood and I or ask us before we leave today? Zakoria, anything that you want to say to your friends or say to Miss Atwood and I? What, honey? We miss you too, honey, and we are ready to have you back. As soon as they say A-OK, you can jump right in here, but thank you for sharing that. Ellison, is there anything that you want to say to us? No? Okay. How about Jameson? Anything that you want to say to your friends or say to Miss Atwood and I?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Jackson, is there anything that you want to say before we leave?
Well, I want to say, well, I have three posters. I got a Molly one, a Minecraft one, and also Paw Patrol. What the cheese are you saying?
He said Rick and Morty, Paw Patrol, and what was the last one, Jackson?
Minecraft.
Minecraft. So if you like some of those things, you can give Jackson a Me Too sign. That's pretty cool, Jackson. Thank you. Johnny, is there anything that you want to say to your friends or say to us before we leave this morning?
I miss school.
Aw, buddy. We miss school too. Even though you guys aren't here, it's not as fun without you. So we hope that you get to come back soon, okay?
Okay.
How about Raikaya? Raikaya, is there anything that you want to share with your friends or tell us this morning?
Yeah.
What?
So, I like to tell my friends that.
What do you want to tell your friends?
I like to tell my friends I miss them.
Aw, that is so sweet. Give Raikaya a little heart if you miss her too. Aw, thank you. All right, how about my friend Theo? Theo, is there anything you want to share with us before we go this morning?
Well, in the story, Miss Atwood was not even listening. He was keep drinking her coffee.
That Miss Atwood, she's tricky, isn't she? You gotta keep an eye on her.
We watched it over and over.
He was over and over.
Well, hopefully,
To rewind.
hopefully when we read today, Miss Atwood can be a
Pay
good listener.
attention.
But maybe not. You guys have to watch because if she's not, you'll let me know, right? Yeah? Okay. Thank you for watching that, Theo, and telling Miss Atwood to be a good listener. I appreciate your help. All right, everybody. Well, I love you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, you're going to comment on the blog. You're going to watch the reading lesson, and there's going to be another writing thing for you to do. And there's going to be a Letterland video and activity for you to do today. So I'm excited for you to do those 3 things. Have a great rest of your day, friends.
Bye, guys.